And I just could not imagine going all those years to school, knowing as much as you know, but because you have test anxiety, you fail 4 times and have to start the program all over again. That is crazy to me. What's up, you guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Black Modesty. This is your girl B, and I'm returning with another video. If you have not yet, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new here, which baby, it's a lot of new people, okay? If you're new here, make sure you comment down below, because I like to engage. That is my thing, okay? But I am gonna come today and I'm gonna do a Q&A and answer some of the questions. I got a lot of comments on my last nursing video, which is this video, and I want to kind of go over it. I tried to respond to everyone in a timely manner, but I feel like an actual video would be an easier way for me to like touch bases and go a little more in depth. So let's get started. All right, so the first question I had was what made me choose LPN over RN. The factor was it wasn't a long program. I'm gonna be honest with you. My program that I went to, first off, I went to LSUS in Shreveport, and it only took 11 months for you to get your LPN. Now, I did not have to test as far as like the HIS or anything or prerequisites to get in. I had to take a basic math, writing, and reading. And the tests for all three were $10 a piece, so it was only $30. Praise the Lord. And when I say it was basic, it was like basic, 5th grade basic. So that was a good thing. I also did get in school right when COVID had just like got on the scene. So with that being said, everything was a lot, everything wasn't as strict as it is nowadays. Like, we didn't have to do nursing interviews. I know they require nursing interviews in some schools, but they didn't even do the nursing interview portion. I just had to take my test. I had to submit the paperwork as far as like a letter and things of that nature, but that was it. Now that I am an experienced nurse, I would definitely say I should have went in straight to my RN. Those prerequisites, that would have flew by. And on top of that, I probably would have went for my associates because I think it's a 1.5-year program. And then probably later on went for my BSN. But that was really the main reason why I chose LPN over RN, was because of how long the program was. I'm not like a longevity school kind of girl. I go in and I go out, baby, with the seasons, okay? So with that being said, that was more convenient for me at the time and for my life. I knew I wanted to be a nurse. I just did not know the full broad spectrum of the details with LPN and RN, and that's something I should have researched a lot more before I started. My tuition at the time was $15,000 and some change. It wasn't a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong, $15,000 is a lot for some people if you don't have it out of pocket, but obviously I got FAFSA, but I had to actually pay for my first half of my year out of pocket because I messed it up, but we're not gonna talk about that, girl. So with that being said, that's one of the reasons why I chose LPN over RN. Was the speed. It was quicker. But would I definitely go back and get my RN? I think I don't want to say I am, and I don't, but part of me wants to go get it, but I just have to. Obviously, I'm pregnant, if y'all don't know, so after I have this baby and my baby turns 1, then I'll probably jump into getting my RN. I just want to give myself some time. Another thing, someone asked me about a HESI test to get into my LPN program. So I don't know if different states have different reasons or different testing and things of that nature. We didn't have to do that, only for RN school, and I don't even know if they still take the HESI. I think it's either the HESI they still take or it's something else that they take, but they do have to take a test to get in the program. So this is something that I think is very important, okay? If you are considering getting your nursing license, whether it's the LPN or RN, before you even start, you need to figure out how many times you can take the NCLEX before you have to do the program over again. I did not know that that was a thing because I did not do thorough research, obviously. I thought I did. It took me a year before I decided, hey, this is the career path that I want to make, because originally I wanted to do dental hygienist, but the job field where I'm at is not like really booming on dental hygienists. So I did not choose that, because when you decide your career, you want to make sure that the area you're living in or you're going to move in is going to have a demand for your career. It would not make sense for you to become a phlebotomist. It wouldn't make sense for you to become a biologist and you don't even have that kind of job demand in your region of living. That wouldn't make sense. So that was, I want to throw that out there. just as for your information. Now, let me tell you why I say that. When I was doing my clinicals, I actually ran into a CNA who completed their whole BSN. Let me say it to you one more again. BSN program. Completed it. Took their NCLEX 4 times. And then they could not take it anymore. They had to redo the program. That is buck wild to me. And I just could not imagine going all those years to school, knowing as much as you know, but because you have test anxiety, you fail 4 times and have to start the program all over again. That is crazy to me. Now, that was 2021. I don't know if they have changed the law as far as, or the rules as far as like testing for the NCLEX in Louisiana. But at that current time, that blew my mind, and it gave me a lot of anxiety because I was like, I cannot fail my NCLEX 4 times because I am not putting out another $15,000. I am not going through this torture for another 11 months. So I just want to throw that out there. If you are considering going for a nursing program, see how many times you can take your NCLEX. That is very important. If I do have to go back to nursing school, I'm going to go to a school in Texas. I was told that they have unlimited testing, and it's not because I feel like I'll fail, but it's a thought, y'all, like the anxiety, okay? The anxiety that will build up thinking if I don't pass, I have to pay this X amount of money. I have to go through this all over again. Nursing school is a big demand, okay? So with that being said, you don't want to waste your time and you don't want to waste your money. And you don't want to stress yourself out. So with that being said, make sure you look up that in your state and see how many times you can take the NCLEX before you have to retake the courses, or if you have an unlimited amount of times to take it. I think that is very valuable knowledge. And I don't think anyone talks about that, but that needs to be talked about, honey. Let's see. What's the next question? So someone asked me about like, how does the hiring process go when you become a nurse? And y'all are probably gonna be like, if you're a nurse already, you're gonna like know that this is true. There's really like no hiring process. Like if you are coming from like if you're coming from like the world outside into nursing, when you get your first interview, it's not like, you know, those customer service questions. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your hobbies? The questions are nothing like that. If a customer said or had a complaint about this, how would you answer it, or who would you go get? It's nothing like that, y'all. Nothing like that. Baby, they want to know if you got that CPR card, TB tested. if you are a CPR certified, excuse me, they want to know if you're TB tested, COVID tested. Baby, they want to know. That's what they care about, okay? How many years of experience do you have? Even if you're a new nurse, a lot of places hire new nurses because we have a demand for nursing. So like the hiring process is like, you might as well say you got the job. If I got the interview, I got the job. I can't say that for every state because I live in Louisiana, but over here, things operate a little differently. So with that being said, the hiring process is non-existent. Have a clean background, have a clean drug test, and have all your certifications up to date, y'all. That's basically my advice as far as like the hiring process. Don't go in though looking unprofessional. Like I've seen some crazy things because I work in administration right now, and yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. This is a really good question, y'all. Someone said, how was your first year as an LPN in a nursing home? It was worse than any experience I've ever had in the real world. It was horrific. It was the worst decision of my life. Oh my God. When I say my first real nursing experience in a nursing home was terrible, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a story. So when I first started off, I started a 11 to 7 job, which I did not keep it long because the mood changed, the sleep pattern changed. I'm not that girl. So with that being said, I probably worked that job 3 weeks, honestly. Now, my real first nursing home job was a 7 to 3 job. And when I say fresh out of school, I have no time management. I don't really understand that textbook nursing and real world nursing are two different worlds. Let's just talk about it in another video. And I did not understand everything that went along on a day shift because I had only worked a night shift for 3 weeks. So of course, I don't know nothing about labs. I don't know nothing about calling in pharmacy. I don't know nothing about filling out recs. I don't know a damn thing about I'm supposed to call family. I've never called family. These people are asleep. What are you talking about? Y'all, I don't know the coordinator's number. Y'all, it was the worst learning curve in my career, and it hit me like a bag of rocks. I literally took off 3 months after that. I didn't want to do nursing at all after my first nursing home experience because it traumatized me a lot, and it traumatized me for different reasons, and I'm going to explain why. For one, I was not trained well enough. I had 1 week of training. I told them I wanted more training. I was denied more training. I was told that if I needed to have more help, that I can ask the administrative and the administration nurses, and they would help me, and they never did. I was told that if I was behind on work, I could text them or tell them and they'll pick up my slack. They never did. And so when I expressed how I felt overwhelmed and I feel like I didn't have proper training, because it was a lot of things I did not know, and it's a lot of things that wasn't getting done. And on top of that, I was working a 7 to 3, but I was really working a 12-hour shift. I was there from 7A to 7P because I was so behind on my work trying to catch up. And it was just bad. The management was really bad at that time. So it was horrible. Now, the good thing about that job was the OG nurses there, they did try their best to look out for me because they still got their own floors to work. So I don't expect for them to hold my hand, but I could always come to them and I can ask them for help. I can always ask them, hey, this is happening. I don't know what to do. And they were very knowledgeable. Now that I look back at it, I'm pretty sure they were like, girl, she is just as green as a green light. But I was new, you know, and when you're new, you don't really know a lot. And it sucks because I would beat myself up every day. Y'all, I literally cried every day at that job because my boss always had something negative to say. And it was like, I'm really trying. I'm really a good worker. I'm really a smart girl, okay? I am not dumb. I am not stupid. I'm a smart girl. But you guys are not giving me the proper equipment, the proper techniques. You are not giving me the proper knowledge for me to execute my job at the full capacity that I know I'm capable of. And it sucked so bad, y'all. Like, it was bad. My first death, I cried. I couldn't even go in the room, honestly. One of the senior nurses, I came in and they told me that I had to, which is crazy. How did I come in and I was told that I had to call family, go with the coroner, and I'm like, what? Do the report? What? How? Now that I'm an experienced nurse, I know it's being played. But yeah, I couldn't even go in the room, y'all. I just, as the nurse was walking me down the hall, I was crying. I am the nurse. I cannot have these emotions, but I grew an attachment to that patient. And the nurse was like, you know what, baby, don't worry about it. You go to the med room, you take your breather, and I'll handle it. And it was the best thing anyone could ever do for me because as a new nurse, you just don't know what to expect. So yeah, my first nursing home experience was not good at all. I have a lot more I could say about it, but I'm not, because at the end of the day, you live, you learn, and you move forward. And that job taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about covering myself, not allowing people to run over you, not allowing people to give you an assignment and you settle for it. This is your license, this is your livelihood, and this is your bloodline. So with that being said, say no. Say no. That's the best advice. What you gonna do? Fire me? I can get a job tomorrow. That's how I feel about it. But experience is horrible in a nursing home. Not everyone's experience is like that though. That was just my personal experience. Now that I'm a more seasoned nurse and I'm back in a nursing home, but I'm in a different role, in a different position, I'm having a much, much, much better experience than what I did my first time around. So let's see what we have next. My advice for you if you're in nursing school currently, well, my first advice would be stay out of nursing drama, stay out of school drama. Please do, because at the end of the day, that's not going to advance you into taking your NCLEX. That's going to hold you up. That's going to get you wrapped in unnecessary stuff. I don't understand why when women are all together in a confined place for long periods of time, there's always drama. I just cannot understand that. When I was in nursing school, I was very much so in a bubble. I stayed to myself. I talked when people talked to me, and I may make comments, but I wasn't like a cliquey kind of girl, I guess you can say. I didn't really like gravitate to people like that, and it wasn't because I was mean or I didn't like people. I just knew I came to nursing school for a reason. I have a goal, and I'm going to accomplish it, and I'm not going to let anything or anyone mess it up for me. So that gave me a lot of reserve to myself while I was in nursing school. That's my best advice. Stay focused. You do have somebody that you find in class that you like a lot, and you feel like, okay, I can trust them to study with them, because I did find a few people that I liked to study with, and that worked a lot for me. So if you could get you a study buddy, that'll help you out a lot. I'm gonna give that advice too, because I did find me a study buddy, and it worked out really, really well for me and her. Next piece of advice: if you're currently in nursing school, if you can avoid working as much or at all, try to. Only because that's a lot to juggle unless you have like a sit-down job. I worked part-time while I was in nursing school. I only worked 2 days a week for like 4 hours, but I was the supervisor, so I literally stayed in the office doing homework all day. That kind of worked out for me. But I know some girls that literally, they got out of school, had a 7P to 7A job, had to be at school at 8 o'clock. They did it for 11 months straight. Those are real workers. I'm talking about those are strong individuals, and they passed and they became nurses. And kudos to them, congratulations to them, because you deserve everything under the moon, because you sacrificed a lot of time and a lot of sleep, a lot of everything. So that would be my biggest advice. Stay out of the drama, y'all. It's no reason to even put that in your life. Child, please. You're trying to make money. You're not trying to make problems. So those are the questions that I came across, and I want to touch bases and give a verbal video so you guys can like get a more hands-on kind of answer. If you have some more questions, or if I did not cover everything in depth, just comment down below, y'all. I'm going to make another video, and 9 times out of 10 I'm still going to respond anyways. But I do want to give a disclaimer, y'all. I don't know how I did this, but my YouTube is not nurse life. Like, I'm a nurse, but I'm not like the nurse girly girl. So with that being said, I don't want y'all to think that I'm gonna give a YouTube video every week about nursing. And I understand if you don't still want to subscribe, you don't have to. I'm not tripping. But I don't want you to have like the expectation that every week we're gonna have nursing videos, and I might have a vlog, I might have a fashion video, I might have a hair video. Don't forget to click that too. Don't forget to like, comment, okay? And if that's not the content you want, then I understand and I respect it. Trust me. But I hope that this video was very helpful for you guys today. I hope that it covered a lot of questions a little more in depth, and I hope that you can benefit from it. If you're currently in nursing school, if you are thinking about nursing school, and if you're an experienced nurse. If you're an experienced nurse, baby, you know what I'm talking about. And if you're not, you're gonna learn, okay? Stick around. Comment below. We're gonna have these conversations. But in the meanwhile, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, I'm about to have this baby. Like, let me show y'all. I literally have 9 days left. 9 days left before I have my baby. And I say 9, but it might be like 12. I always go 3 days over my due date. Don't know why, it just happens like that. So if I don't put a video out, you guys don't know why. I done had a baby. But I'll still try to give y'all content. But I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. So in the meantime, y'all stay safe and stay beautiful. Bye.